Last time, we looked at 3 reasons why the Second London Baptist Confession was formed. The first reason the confession was formed was to show commonality in orthodoxy. The second reason was to show their distinctives from the Reformed Paedobaptist brethren. Third, it was formed to distance particular Baptists from the Anabaptists. This time, we'll finish up our introduction by looking at how it was formed, why they made a second, and finally a brief history of the confession in America. How was the confession formed? Picture with me a room with a stack of papers and books opened on a table. Among the materials you see a Bible, several confessions, and among those confessions you see the Westminster Confession of Faith, the Savoy Declaration, the Savoy Platform of Polity, the First London Baptist Confession of 1644 and 1646, and a couple other documents you are unable to identify. It is believed that a few godly pastors sat with these documents and formed the document we call the Second London Baptist Confession. True Confessions, Baptist Documents in the Reformed Family, edited by Dr. James Renihan, is a great resource to show you where the writers borrowed from the various documents and what they added themselves. Why a second London Baptist Confession? The first one had gone into disuse and was no longer readily available. The writers of the Second London Baptist Confession saw the substance of the second being the same as the first. Here is the answer the writers of the confession give in the introduction to the Second London Baptist Confession, and I quote, "And for as much as that confession," that is the First London Baptist, "is not now commonly to be had, and also that many others have since embraced the same truth which is owned therein, it was judged necessary by us to join together in giving a testimony to the word of our firm adhering to those wholesome principles by the publication of this which is now in your hand. And, forasmuch as our method and manner of expressing our sentiments, and this doth vary from the former, although the substance of the matter is the same, we shall freely impart to you the reason and occasion thereof." The Second London Baptist Confession was first published in 1677, and then in 1689 was adopted by the General Assembly of Particular Baptists in London, England, made up of representatives from 100 churches. In America, the First Baptist Association adopted the Second London Baptist Confession with the addition of 2 new chapters, of singing of psalms and the laying on of hands. This confession became known as the Philadelphia Confession of Faith, 1742. In the South, the Charleston Association adopted the Philadelphia Confession of Faith in 1767, minus the chapter on the laying on of hands. The Second London Baptist Confession has become the doctrinal standard for most Reformed Baptist churches. My plan in the weeks and months ahead is to spend some time in this wonderful document and hit some highlights of each chapter. If you've never done so, I would like to encourage you to read the introduction and the appendix to the Second London Baptist Confession.